are you, sir?
I'm a little tired today, to be honest with you. My voice and everything, a lot.
I would imagine so. I'm not going to bury the lead here. So I'm going to start with the video of you at Rocco's.
Oh,
no, you know what we're talking about here. Here you are at Rocco's with, I don't know what, would you buy 8,000 jello shots?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to get you closer.
Okay.
You're good.
Yep.
All right, so why? Just go.
Well,
lots of jello shots.
Yeah, so good friend Todd Graves, we all know he's a master of many talents, and he's good at loving the Tigers, and he's good at marketing. And when he did the first challenge, I reached out to him and just said, well played. And we went back and forth for a few days, and I got an idea. I said, hey, why don't we bust this record where no one ever can approach it? And we kind of went back a little bit forth on that. And they said, look, my buddy Shane Morrison, good friend, I think he's going to break my record anyway and go 6,001. He's going to do that. So why don't you beat him and go 6,002? So we had a little fun with that. And I said, no, I think I'll go a little higher than that. I have a different number in mind.
Well, the phone number, of course, 888-8888,
Right.
Hence the 8's why you bought
8,888 shots. Yeah. So we talked about it leading up, and I kind of left it alone. And I was out in Colorado at the time on just vacation out there with my brother-in-law, Mark Field, who's a team doctor, who had to leave the seats during the game to go down to, attend to the injury.
Alex, yeah.
So as we're coming in that day, I started getting ideas. I said, what about if I bought the billboards around the stadium? Called my marketing department, can we get the digital boards? Well, there's none close. So I said, all right, I won't do anything. But sitting there watching that game, and we just seemed flat, right? We were getting beat so bad. I looked at my wife, and I said, I think I want to do something. I don't know. I think I want to go buy those shots. I think I want to do a big number. And she's more conservative, and she goes, no, don't do it. I get my marketing department on the line. One of my daughters in the marketing department. There's people saying, yeah, you got to do it. No, don't do it. I kept watching the game about the 18th. I said, I'm done. I'm going across the street, and I'm going to buy 8,888 shots. I called my controller, said, make sure the money's in the account. We're doing it. We're paying it this afternoon. Let's roll. Went in there and did it. And I said, let's announce it tomorrow. And kind of went from there.
So the idea, the genesis was before, but really what pushed you over the edge was watching LSU lose. Yeah. You're like, let's inject some life.
We need a rally. Yeah. We need something. Someone came up with the word, we need rally shots.
Rally shots.
And I said, I love it. Rally shots.
So my real question is, who took the 8,000 shots? There's not 8,000 people in Rocco's.
Oh, there's if you do one person, 11, 10 shots a person, I mean, they were going. I mean, I went back there last night late, and I said, are y'all out of shots? Just after, being in the stadium watching the celebration, we're down to a few hundred. I said, well, I guess I need to buy some more.
Oh, geez.
And I said, what about if we just do like 1,200, get it over 10,000? They go, we'd love to take your money, but the liquor board is on our 1 yard line since you bought those 8,880. They want us to account where the shots went. How do we know who they went to? And I said, so really we can't do it? And I said, well, okay. Well, how much would 1,200 shots cost? They said about 10,000. I said, why don't we open a $10,000 bar tab and just buy $10,000 worth of drinks and celebrate more? And they said, same thing. We can't do it. So we tried to get around it just to have a little more fun. But I thought it was a lot of fun, and a lot of people took notice of it.
It was incredible to see. And you know what, Gordon, like you're a master marketing guy. I mean, you and I have talked about this before,
right.
But like, it's so bizarre how this little place next to the stadium has turned this jello shot thing into a thing people care about.
Oh.
Like, how did they make this a thing people care about?
I don't know. I met the owner last night, and good guy, big guy, kind of just what you think about running a bar.
Called Rocco's?
Yeah. And I said,
was it Rocco?
No, his name was Kevin. Okay. His last name may be Rocco.
Got it.
I said, Kevin, what percentage of your revenue comes in this 12 days? And he said 42% last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's important to him.
42%.
He said, we'll probably have to pay a fine, since what you've done, some others, but it's worth 42% of our revenue. 12 days.
Why would they have to pay a fine?
Because they can't account for all the shots and to which patrons and how you're doing it. They said they're going to have to pay a fine of some sort.
Oh man, that's incredible. It's an incredible. And by the way, like the way it works is that Rocco's does donate
proceeds,
portions of the proceeds to food banks. Is
that
how it goes?
Yeah, they're going to actually come down here in the fall. I think Todd, myself, Shane will work with them somehow. They want to present a check to the local food bank down here, and we're going to try to set it up for a football game and have them come down. Good people up there.
So the Rocco's people get to come and
that's right.
You see what it's really like.
That is right.
And then I saw you actually bought the whole crew there Raising Cane's.
Yeah, we did that.
You know, my thought on this was you probably did that just sort of as a peace offering with Todd because you beat his record.
You never want to poke the bear, right? A man's got to know his limitations, as Josie Wales once said. And like Todd Graves is a good friend, and never want to poke the bear.
Gordon McKernan is with us here in studio. Of course, he's on all the social media at Get Gordon. Follow him there. Bought 8,888 jello shots at the College World Series. Do you think anybody will ever approach 68,000 jello shots?
Oh, I think it could happen. I think if we go back next year or in the following year, records are meant to be broken. As we said in our announcement, there's no way that I wouldn't go back and not buy more than 8,888. It's just you have to. You can't get. There's no way Todd is going to let me ever beat him again.
Go buy 8,888 each day you're there.
That's right, or something like that.
So you stay on the 8s.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Something like that.
So you were at. By the way, Kim Mulkey was all over the broadcast last night, and that you and your wife were there, or maybe she was sitting with you all.
No, she was. My wife, my son, and Kim we came up together and we sat together.
Very cool. So. Watching the game yesterday, there with Kim. Kim knows baseball, obviously. I mean,
she knows a lot better than I do. She knows baseball.
She's amazing. I mean,
she's
who she is. We all know that. So, but what was it? I mean, give me a perspective of what it was like to be there to watch LSU win the Natty.
First with Kim, it's just the amount of people that want her attention, that want to be in a selfie with her, just talk to her, shake her hand, tell a story, get an autograph. It is all day long. The Rocco people lent their security team to us because me, Kim, my family, extended family, and we were being swarmed. And I said, take care of her. Just get around Kim, protect her. And so they actually kind of sheltered us through the crowd to get over to the stadium. And then during the stadium, I said, John Gordon, my son, you sit over here, try to keep people away. We tried to put up a fence around her.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting thing. And to listen to her baseball knowledge was interesting during the game. But yeah, just to back within 3 months, 2 natties, kind of blowouts, and just that enthusiasm and intensity and passion. It'd been a while since I've been to Omaha, and it was well worth it.
First time in the new stadium?
First time in the new stadium.
What did you think?
I probably prefer the old stadium, some of the character of it, but this one was grand, much better in that perspective, more people. But the old one had a sentimental feel.
Yeah. Paul, can you put that back up? So here, by the way, this is what many of you probably saw on TV last night. So it was Kim, of course, and Gordon's right next to Kim.
Oh yeah.
So here, like with your family right there. This is on the official NCAA College World Series. This photo's on the official NCAA College World Series website. So congrats, you made the College World Series website.
My wife finally made a picture of one of these. Usually she's looking the wrong way, but we got about half of her face.
They took half of her face in the picture.
I know.
Like, they screwed up.
They should have had all. They should have all of her. Yeah, all of her, none of me. She's a lot better. But Kim's a delight.
Thoughts on football season coming up?
Well, it sure does seem to put a little bit of pressure on BK.
Do you believe? I mean, my take is because everyone's asked that, right? Year two. My take is like, there's always pressure on.
There is.
You're making $100 million. There's always going to be pressure.
There's probably a little bit more. You got to figure both those other coaches, Woody's hires, year two. It just seems natural that everybody, okay, well, BK, you're up next, right? Yeah. And football's a little harder, but I would think it shortens the time frame because that lady's going to win again. She's going to win again, and it's going to be soon, next year, following year, and it looks like Jay. My brother-in-law Mark talks about his baseball intellect and how nerd-driven. He's like a baseball nerd.
Jay or Mark is?
No, Mark Jay is.
Jay's a baseball nerd.
Just around, just so intense. Lives it, breathes it every day. And you got to figure. And I said, well, obviously he can recruit because yes, he can recruit. So you got to figure he's not going to be long for that back to that stage. It's got to raise the pressure. It just does.
They are set up really nicely.
They are.
Over there on Nicholson Drive. Right
they
now.
are.
Gordon McKernan, of course, getgordon.com, getgordon.com. You always go to Gordon Gives as well. I love talking about Gordon Gives. I mean, all the charitable stuff that you do is awesome. And every season, it seems like your marketing people are always telling me about the next charitable thing that you're doing, which is so cool. And it's one of the great things that I've really enjoyed about our partnership has been able to get to not only get to know you, but let other people get to know the guy who's always on TV and radio and billboards and everything all the time. So it's good to know you like to have some fun, too. Do some jello shots. You want to know how to make a lot of fans? Buy everybody booze at the College World Series.
It had been a long time since I'd done a jello shot. I could promise you that. And I can tell you that the gold were better than the purple. I can tell you that last night. And the red were pretty good as well.
Well, you know what I did? I sat on my back patio last night, and I don't know if you're a whiskey guy, but here's me whiskey nerding out. I actually finished off a bottle of Van Winkle 12-year Lot B, and
that's a good one.
I said I'm just going to drink it straight from the bottle.
Oh, that's so good.
I literally just drank it straight. I had probably had about 6 ounces left in it. And so I cashed it out, drink it straight from the bottle, man. At that point, you're celebrating a natty. Go make a memory. You know what I mean?
That is a memory.
If I can't be drinking jello shots at Rocco's, I might as well drink a 12-year Lot B on my back patio. Hey, man, thanks for coming in.
Glad
it's always
to be
great
here.
to see you.
Yep.
That is Gordon McKernan. Go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com.